Hello, hello. My name is Liz. I am the Femme Genius, and this is a reading for all Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of October 2023 to assist you on your highest and greatest spiritual path for the month. And I'm so excited for you. I just have this wave of feeling a little bit down and then almost like a roller coaster. Like we came out of the station, and then we're starting to make the ascent. So I just want to say that before I pull the cards, that it does feel like there's this ascending energy with you. So if it feels kind of like you're entering the month with a little bit of a chug-a-lug energy, that it's going to start moving up. I'm feeling like I'm being pulled really into the 22nd of the month. So I'm just throwing that out there. So, and actually, as I'm saying that, I'm realizing that would be the shift from Libra season to Scorpio season. So it feels like Libra season really is this first 21 days of October is for you going to be this very balanced energy. That's the energy of Libra. It's where things come into balance. It's where we are re-examining what's fair in our lives, what feels right for us, where are we out of balance, bringing that back in. This can mean retooling your schedule, re-looking at finances, just looking at all the areas of your life and seeing where might there be power imbalances or energetic imbalances, and how can I make small changes. This is not a month for you. It doesn't feel like where you're going to be making huge changes. This is all about the nuances. Where can I just shift things a little bit, turn the volume a little up here. It's I'm looking at one of those older radios, because now of course it's all digital, but where you would shift the bass a little bit and then shift the treble and then switch it into stereo instead of mono, and then there's so many other controls as opposed to just the volume in order to tweak the energy so it just sings. And where this is going to be different, I'm going to use the metaphor again, this is going to be different from song to song. You're not going to have the same bass, treble, all the other settings balanced or at the same level if you're listening to heavy metal versus opera versus folk versus yacht rock. So there's something around really looking at how you balance each area of your life and knowing that it's going to look different for each of those areas, that this is not a one size fits all template that you're making, but instead this is a time this month where you're really going to be looking at what's out of balance. How can I just shift it slightly? I keep seeing in my head a trickle of water. It's not a big gush, it's just a trickle, and it's almost taking just a piece of plastic or wood or something and just slightly shifting it this way so the channel starts moving that way. It's not totally diverting it or cutting off the flow. It's just making little shifts. I'm not going to say it again. I feel like I'm repeating it 10 times. So I'm I think they get the message. So we're going to move on. What we've got here is the 5 of Pentacles. Hello, hello. The 8 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Tower. And so when I see these together, it feels like we're coming into this month and that there may be this energy of, I just don't see the way forward, or I just feel like I need a lot of rest. I feel like I'm not getting where I want to be. I know that I've planted the right seeds. I know that the abundance is on offer, but I don't know if I want it that way anymore. I'm thinking back, I'm going to use myself as an example. It's when I got my law degree and passed the bar, and then I'm working and I'm living my dream life. And I'm not saying that you have to leave your job, but it was just being suddenly in that rhythm of life and being yeah, I know that I've created abundance for myself, but I don't necessarily know if this is how I want it to come in anymore. I don't know if this is exactly how I want to be spending my time doing this. I don't know if is the cost justified by the means? I don't know. And so it feels kind of we're in this questioning phase right now. And it does feel like there's some energy that needs to be moved on from. I'm not saying leave your job. I'm just saying look at where things are causing you stress and which things are expendable. Which things on your plate, where have you signed up to raise the flag in the neighborhood every Saturday afternoon, and you're this actually does not get me anywhere. This is cutting into my schedule. This is not helpful for me. It's just causing more stress. Nobody appreciates it. And just be able to be I'm going to eliminate that from my life. I'm just going to take that off my plate and just say, I can't do that anymore. It feels like this is also going to help that kind of uptick that I was talking about to really start moving in a direction that makes sense for you. Because it feels like what wants to come through are more heart-aligned opportunities. And this is on offer, especially this month. This can come through for you. This can show up for you. Things that you're just like, oh my gosh. I mean, like watching your kids grow, watching them learn new skills. Like maybe you don't want to go, I don't know why like raise the flag in the neighborhood was the thing that came through. I don't even know if that's like a job that people do, but we're just going to go with it. Like instead of like going out and like having to do that for an hour on a Saturday afternoon, it's like watching your baby take their first steps, or, you know, like working on a skill with someone you love, like really going back into like, what is my soul food? What feeds my heart? Because when you feed your heart and when you feed your emotions, especially you Pisces, it just affects everyone around you in this really beautiful, uplifting way. This is actually your card. I just wanted to mention that as well, NBD. But this just feels like, go back to your basics, go back to what you know really fills you up, what really makes a difference in your life, because that's what's going to help you shine your light. This feels like you then get to go into Scorpio season with your light fully illuminated. Scorpio is going to be starting, like I said, at the end of October, and this is one of your sister signs. So it's just like being in your element, being in that flow, but in a way that feels really soul nourishing for you. It's when you're holding your light and then you illuminate, see all these votives, you illuminate the light of everyone around you. So it feels like there is this like community aspect where it's like, as you shift for yourself, you shift with others as well. And the Tower, this kind of goes to me with this Eight of Cups. There are things that need to fall. There are things that need to go away. There are things that need to be ended. And if you're not going to end them with grace and love and release and give your blessing on it, then the universe is going to do it for you. So don't be surprised if you're hesitating on like ending a connection or ending a habit or whatever. Don't be surprised if it just suddenly gets ended for you, where it's like, okay, it's okay if you don't have it in you to do the work to finish that off or to close that door. It has to be closed. So we're going to go ahead and meet you there, and we're going to do it for you. It feels so good. It feels like you end this month on this upswing, on this uptick, and with this clarity that then you go into November, December, January, and it just feels like you're on this whole different cycle for those next 3 months. So do this work now. Make these slight tweaks, redo your stereo, stop hanging the flag for other people. I also just heard like, stop pointing out red flags to the people around you. They're grown-ups. They can find them out themselves. They're not dumb. You know, if they're coming to you and wanting you to like analyze their lives, just feels like pull your energy back in this month. Like you need it. So Pisces, I'm sending you so much love. I'm really excited for what happens in October. I can't wait to see you in November. And in the meantime, stay grounded, stay magical, and I'll see you next month. Bye.